Well, hello everyone, and welcome into my very first Twitch stream. My name is Lori, and I am also known as Crafty Lady, and I do just about every craft you can think about. But right now I'm focusing on an unboxing of the Cora Crea Crafts mystery box. Well, it's not really a mystery because they do actually show what's on their website, what the theme for each box is going to be, but it's a surprise to me because I actually haven't watched too many of the videos that come along with these, that people have done their own unboxing, and I haven't actually opened it yet, so it's going to be a surprise for both of us, all of us. All right, so this is the Cora Crea Crafts. It's a monthly vintage craft supplies box. So if you do junk journaling or bullet journaling or any kind of paper crafts, scrapbooking pages, whatnot, these have got some really interesting items to add to your projects. And they will enhance, if you like doing collages and you like doing any kind of paper crafting where you're adding embellishments to a page. For example, you know, something like this where you're making a pocket and you're adding words and tags and flowers and whatnot. This will actually be really, these will enhance what you have. So it's adding to your craft stash. And Cora Crea Crafts has a website. It's coracreacrafts.com. They have an Instagram, a YouTube, a Facebook, and a Pinterest. So if you go to their website, you'll see all of those links. Now, just a disclaimer right off the top, the unboxing and the opinions expressed by me when I unbox these and look at each of the items is they're completely my opinions. They don't belong to anyone else, and it is my sole take on what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, and what I've received in the box. I'm not reimbursed by Cora Crea Crafts in any way, and they have not asked me to do this. So this is completely out of my pocket. Last year, at the beginning of the year, I decided to subscribe to this, so I did like a 3-month revolving subscription. I figured I'd try it for a year and see what it was like and see what the products were like and how much I like them compared to one of the others that I had received in the prior year. Also, just as a disclaimer, this video is not made for children, although I do and I'm going to continue to try and keep everything PG-13. So if you are in the chat and wish to, you know, speak up, ask questions, or make exclamations, please just keep it, you know, family friendly. And on that note, let's unbox this, because I am really excited to see what's in here, because I've seen what is on their website and they have some remarkable things. Her YouTube videos are amazing, so definitely go check those out. And this is their logo, so it's a very distinct logo. You can see this Cora Crea Crafts. There'll probably be a little bit of glare, so you know, bear with me. All right, so that's that. I will flip this so you don't see addresses. Got to keep everything confidential in that regard. Protect your privacy, people. That's the big deal. If you have any questions about what I'm opening or what you see in the package as I'm doing this, feel free to put those questions in the chat, and I will try to answer them as best as I can, and we will see what's going on. So now I am a little bit behind in this. I've been saving these because I wanted to do unboxing videos, and I wasn't sure if I was just going to do them on YouTube or if I was going to do Twitch stream, and you know, I really wanted to get into Twitch stream. So I've been saving these for a few months and haven't used them. So you're going through this journey with me at the same time. So this is the January box, January 2022, Cora Crea Crafts. And thank you and have a happy new year. Let's start the year with something a little different, diving back in time to the Middle Ages. A washi tape depicting period Flemish playing cards, a wooden stamp set based on 15th century Italian woodcuts, a golden Fleur de Lis washi tape, a night clear stamp, and more. Enjoy. The next theme The next theme is Victorian Gothic, so that'll be the February box. So this is really cool, considering it's saying it has the Fleur de Lis, because, you know, sub note, I am in Quebec City. So Fleur de Lis, of course, is Quebec's, how do you call that? That's their national symbol, I guess. Okay, so looks like this box has been around the bend a bit. The washi tape, or the actual packaging, is kind of ripped, and obviously the box has been jostled around a bit. But the wrapping is really cute. Let's just take a look at some of the pictures depicted on this. So we've got some farming, homestead type pictures. Lady sitting under a tree, very distinctive and older. All right, so now we have, oh, and good thing I got my cutter handy. So a medieval wooden stamps. So let me get the packaging off of here and we will see what these look like. Looks like there's 2 in the package. Now remember, when you're dealing with knives and packing things, be very careful that you don't cut yourself, because not everyone has band-aids ready or needs to go to the hospital. So be careful. Lots of plastic. Oh, there's 3 in here. Okay, these, oh, actually, okay, so it does show, and I'll just show this. Let's see if this will focus and get the glare off. It's not too bad. They're very detailed. They're really cool. So we have 3 stamps. And they're clear on the back, so you can see, you know, what that has. But here is the detail of them. Sorry, I got them upside down. So we have, it looks like a knight on a horse, some other detailed, there's all kinds of stuff in this. It's hard to see. And then like a really nice border stamp. So I will actually try those out. I've got my ink stamp ready. We will try those out as we go. And we'll put this packaging aside so that we've got something to play with. Make sure you've got your coffee or your tea ready, because this is, you know, this is going to be fun. I've got several of these boxes, as I said, to go through. I'm going to try and record each one, and then I'll stop the recording so that I can edit it later and put it on YouTube. And then I will start the recording again and we'll do the next box. So I'm going to try and do 2 or 3 boxes and we'll see how that goes. And as I said, if you've got any questions, just let me know in the chat and I will answer them, you know, as I come to them. All right, coffee down. What do we have here? Looks like stickers. Let me get the packaging off. I know the glare is sometimes a problem, and some people like and some people dislike the sound of the packaging, so we're just going to go with it for now. These are, it feels like the vellum papers. So this looks like a lot of angels, and there's different quotes. I'm not going to sit here and read them all out to you, but they've got some really interesting images available, and there's writing on all of them. It looks like some sort of poetry. Round times dial throng the rose, masking in the mask of flowers. Not quite sure what that means. Probably not going to need anything. Mean anything to me. Like knights and ladies fair bedight in silk attire, both red and white. So we got some very medieval type images and writings, and these will be really cool in a junk journal if that is what you're going for. So interesting. What do we have here? We've got some, it looks like medieval papers. So we have several of these in here. Oh, actually, it's not just medieval papers. It is like a post-it note. There are multiple images in here. I'm not sure how many different ones. Okay, so we have a lady knight, it looks like, and then a male knight, and then someone on a horse. So it looks like there's the 3 images in here. And wow, is that ever sticky. Holy. Okay, so there is the first image. And don't worry, these won't get wasted. Wow, is that ever sticky. Okay. And then there is the next image. And there's a couple of ladies on horseback there as well at the top. As well as the knight that's protecting them. He's holding the horse. And then there's a knight in full armor with a shield and a sword on his horse. So pretty detailed images, but these would be nice if you backed them with some other type of paper, and you could use these as journal cards in a junk journal. You could also actually embellish these, add them to something a little thicker, and turn them into tags. Lots of ideas. There's always lots of ideas for junk journals. So then the next we have, we'll get to the washi tapes in a minute, we have clear stamps. So let me make sure I'm trying to get the glare off of these for you. So we have a medieval knight and a gloved hand. What is it called when they have the armored hand? Not sure. And then we've got a long sword. They're actually labeled, or actually maybe, yeah. And then another sword, and then there is some scripted writing. Something, good Lord, not easy to read when it's on the back of this. This one has the knight's weapons had been improved in conformity with the improvement of war formation. Long sword with the establishment of Middle Ages knight system. I think that's what this section is called. Anyways, we'll try those stamps out on some pages as well, because then we can always incorporate those into a pocket or a page or whatever. Very nice. Oh, okay. This is like acetate. Like this is hard, thick plastic, and they've got some really nice borders. So you could frame something like that. Oops, sorry about the glare. You could frame something like that on a page, or you know, you could stamp this on a page and put that as the centerpiece, as the focal point. But these are really cool. Like, I don't think, yeah, this doesn't peel or anything. I don't feel anything that would peel off. So that border, yeah, so that's been, I don't know, embossed on there, I would say. That's the name, but it's so shiny and sparkly. It's very pretty. And especially the way it reflects the light. So this looks like mostly just leaves and vines and whatnot, whereas this one definitely has grape leaves, or grapes, clusters of grapes, and leaves, maybe butterflies. Hard to tell. The reflection really gets to you, but those are really cool. Those would be a nice addition to a journal page, or even the cover. Oh, that would be awesome on the cover of it. Okay, so for example, this is a little junk journal that I've been, you know, adding pages to, embellishing pages, and just going through and adding things here and there. But once I put some sort of a fabric cover on here, this would be really cool if you put this in and maybe had some sort of an image behind it that would stand out. So that would be really nice as part of the cover. So something to think about, give you an idea for whatever pages you're doing. Oh crap, there's even one more. So this one is also very, very pretty. And again, very shiny, very reflective, leaves and embellishments. So there's 3 of these in total. So that is really cool. What have we got here? So now we've got some border pages. So you could, you know, if you wanted to, you could actually cut out the center and make this frame something else, another image within. You could layer up different outlines on here and do that. You could even turn these into covers, like, you know, the main cover on a junk journal, or even fold it in half and make it into a very decorative pocket. There's all kinds of ideas, but these are really nice. And it's not super thick paper, but it's not like as thin as copy paper too either. So very nice. And I love the color. It's almost like an antique gold. Very nice. So we've got those. Should we? Okay, well, let's just look. It looks, oh, these are like wax seals. So they're stickers, but they're made to look like wax seals. Can you see this? All right, so we have what looks like wax seals, and I'm betting that you could even stamp right on these. So if you had like a white embossing powder and you wanted to stamp a word or something, or even a little image, that would be really nice on here. Something to think about. All right, now something's confusing me right now. I was Flemish playing, okay, a washi tape depicting Flemish. Okay, Flemish playing cards, a wooden stamp set based on the 15th century. So we've got that, Italian woodcuts, a golden Fleur de Lis washi tape. Okay, so there's the Fleur de Lis washi tape, a night clear stamp, and more. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something. And we're being cat bombed. Go figure. All right, so we have, oh, this is what's supposed to be like the playing cards. So let me see if I can get this taken apart without, you know, injuring myself, because I am a klutz and that will happen on occasion. So, washi tape. We have, well, these are really cool. Oh, can you imagine these as little tags? You could even make some interesting bookmarks with these as the focal point. But they've got some very interesting characters on here. I don't know if you can see those. What is that? Isn't that, oh, actually it just looks like a horn on a rope. I was thinking this was, what's it called, a sextant, what you, when you're sailing and the captain or navigator is looking through something, but it's actually just a horn. And we've got, oh, well, and there's a gentleman blowing the horn. Go figure. All right. So we have some very, and it says right there, the Flemish hunting deck. So this is supposed to be something about hunting. All right. I don't really see those people as hunters, especially the woman. What is she hunting with? I was hoping I would actually, because I'm a spinner, I spin and weave in that, I was hoping I would see something on here with them, you know, maybe holding a drop spindle or something, because those are very antique and Victorian. All right. Very nice washi tape, and there's quite a bit on there. Like, that's going to take a while to go through. All right, let's check the Fleur de Lis, which it looks like it's just the Fleur de Lis, but you could, you know, just cut off one piece. It's actually in a very triangle format, which is nice. Almost looks like Art Deco. But there we have a Fleur de Lis. So see if I can get this, and there we go. So that'll be a nice accent on the edge of a page, and you can even cut out, you know, triangles worth of it and just accent a pocket, accent the corner of a page. You know how you have those the new paper bookmark corners? You could actually use that on one of those to give that some decoration. So overall, I have to say I'm really quite impressed with the quality of the products in here, as compared to one of the other subscription boxes I used to get. They're definitely a little more upscale, at least like this box, and it's very cool medieval wise, and the theme has definitely been kept throughout the box. So let me, just for the sake of seeing how these print out as well, let me grab a page because you need to see what these look like, right? We need to see what these look like. And so I have my Stays On ink pad. Nothing fancy, it's just a regular permanent ink. So we're going to take this one with Doodly on his horse with a sword, and he's stabbing something on the ground. Oh, actually, I think it's another person. Actually, no. I'm looking at this, and I think it's a bird because I'm seeing very spiky feet here. So, anyways, let's ignore the fact that it might be something we don't want to see dead. It's a bird. We're gonna say it's a bird. We're gonna say he went hunting with his sword and found a bird. So let's hold it in place for a bit. And of course, I need to get my little spongy pad. Hold on. Give me 1 sec and let me not walk off with the microphone. If you happen to do a lot of stamping, you'll know that if you have a little, I'm not promoting anyone in particular or any type in particular or any brand, but if you have some sort of a spongy material, something you can use on the back, doesn't matter, like I said, what brand. Actually, an old mouse pad usually works really well too, just to give you some cushion when you're stamping. Then your stamp will come out a little bit clearer because then you've got something to work with. Like right now I've got this on just a mat, just a cutting mat. So let's try Buddy on this one and we'll see if this one works. Oh yeah, much better. My Stays On ink pad probably needs some more ink. It needs to be replenished, but that's still, it's a really cool stamp, even with, not being completely stamped on a full image, but it's really nice. It's very detailed. I'm really impressed with that. Let me see. I think I really, really like the border one too. The border one is going to come in handy on a lot of pages. Actually, maybe I am just going to put this side aside. Let's grab one of my pages in here, just because I can. So, I think this will look very nice here, and it'll give you a bit of a space to say, okay, I'm going to start writing along there. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very, very, very detailed. It's very pretty. And then, of course, you can carry this theme throughout a journal, whatever you're working with, and, add more embellishments wherever you need them. But I think this one has a lot of potential to be added to a lot of pages that I work with. Let me see if we do this, and we do this, and put it along the bottom here. And seriously, it's a junk journal. It doesn't have to be perfect. If the image isn't perfect or the impression itself isn't perfect, it's not a big deal. What you're doing is just adding some interest to the page so that whoever is using that journal to write their thoughts and that has something else to look at as well as their writing. And maybe it will inspire them to write something different. You never know. But I like that. It's very clean and it's, yeah, definitely medieval. I like it. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay, so those are the stamps, and those ones are the wooden stamps, which are really cool. Let's get this out of the way. Now, do we want to try Mr. Horse or the sword? I'm, not thrilled with the hand, but, I'm sure I can make use of it somewhere. Maybe position it somewhere in a book where it's going to be holding up a sign, or maybe one of those, maybe a label. And oh, I'm gonna need an acrylic block for this. So one moment and I will be right back with an acrylic block. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm away. It's only going to be a second, though, but because, of course, I have everything in a box. All my craft supplies are organized in bins. It's not too difficult to find what I need. How is your craft supply room? And it seems to be the number one question. Have you seen all the organizing videos that people put out these days? Because we have a lot of craft supplies. Hold on, will this be easier? I don't know, that's a pretty big stamp. Okay, so I need to figure out, is there a page in here where I want to put this guy? Because he's fairly large. And I want him to be seen. Now, I've got some tags in here. And, ooh. Well, this is kind of vintage-y as well. But maybe if we do something like this. If we give it a background, because I like to leave enough pages in here that are clear enough that people will have room to actually write. So I don't want to take up too much space. And does this blend in too much? Because he's fairly large. I would rather have him take up a part of a page, then there's still room for writing. Okay, let's do it that way. So I'm actually going to need to position him here on this side of it so that I can get a hold of it. I'm going to do him right there. We're going to put the pad in here, and then to make this easier, because it's hard to put this onto the ink pad, so we're going to bring the ink pad to him. Always a different way to do this. So we are stamping, stamping, stamping. You go until you get as much ink on it as you think is going to leave a good enough impression. And like I said, I know I need to re-ink this. I have my little bottle so that I can add more ink to it, but I'm not really super concerned if the image isn't perfect. Nothing needs to be perfect. All right, so let's have him just prancing off the page. Not really off, but you know, he's facing towards the edge of the page. Give it a little press. You just want to hold it for a few seconds just so that the ink transfers to the page. Now, I'm also printing on stamping on what is called tracing paper, so it's not going to be complete, but it's still a cool image. I like that. And then, do we want to put something here? Because the nice thing is, these are vellum, so they're still see-through. But there is a smaller one. I think I want a smaller one. I don't want to cover up as much of the horse as what is there. I don't know that I even want to put that there. I think I'm just going to leave him the way he is. I kind of like him, and I can put a word up here to make someone think about what they might want to write on that page to give them some inspiration. But doesn't really go there. That might blend in a little too much. I would want it on a page where there. So you could do something like this, and I can actually collage a little bit more here, but then still leave, you know, something like this. You don't want to, you know, cover up everything, but you want to make sure that, you know, there's still writing space. But this is the way you would collage a page. It's not that difficult to do. Just be creative. And like, you could still take like a Sharpie. If someone is writing with a fine tip Sharpie or something, you can still, you know, write over top of this, put your thoughts, put, you know, your little to-do list for the day, whatever. I actually kind of like that. I think I'll glue this down permanently. I have my glue. I have my glue. So, just because I don't trust the sticky of the like the post-it note type stuff. I don't trust that to last forever. Or a lot of times they're actually pretty strong and they will stay there, but I am not going to take that chance. So I am going to just add a bit of glue to the back of this, and I want to position it so it's not quite to the edge of the page, but it's going to cover that up. Now this I won't need to add extra glue because these are typically pretty sticky, but this is going to add some interest to this page. There is still space for writing, and then we have like an angel, like a female knight that looks like, well, there's another knight here, and then we've got angels talking. They're whispering about something. Ooh, I'm really liking this. This is something I picked up, ordered a bunch of these bottles, because the glue that the bottle it comes in has been squeezing out the lid, and I'm like, this is not cool. Anyways, so this is working really well. I like that. Always good to try new products. Okay, so Mr. Knight actually works really well on that page, and there's still room for writing here. The post-it pages will work really well as, you know, adding collage images, or even just a background, just to break up, you know, something that might not be as interesting. And then these are cool because they're vellum, so they are somewhat see-through, but they still have a really nice image on them and very vintagey. And so that was our horse. Now, if you are curious as to how to clean these, just basically alcohol on a wipe. I usually have, I have my little spray bottle handy. I always have, you know, labeled. It just has rubbing alcohol, just from the drugstore. And you can either take a paper towel or a wet wipe or something like that. Give it a good spray, and, you know, dab off the majority of the stays on ink, just because that will preserve your stamp a little bit longer. But you know what, as crafters, eventually these things get really, really dirty, and it just means that they're very well loved. All right, so I'm assuming that, you know, that stamp worked really well. The other ones are going to work just as nicely. I just don't have a spot for them right now, but I like those. And I love this. I love this border stamp. That one is really pretty. So my overall, oh, and I can clean this one as well. Same thing with your block stamps as with, you know, the cling stamps. You can just use some alcohol and get some of the ink up. And that way, if you wanted to use a different color of ink with these, then you just, you may not want, you know, some black parts showing through some red, you know, when you use it again for another project. So I give it a quick clean, but I'm not super finicky about it being perfect. It's not going to stay clean forever, and I would rather, you know that it's well used and well loved. So my overall impression of this box is that these are really nice. I like the quality of them. They're not, like, I can tell, you know, these aren't lifting very easily. The stamps are very detailed. They are a better quality than what I'm used to from, you know, some of the big box stores. But they're very nice, and I like the theme of the box. Like, the theme of the box was really spot on. Like, it's not like you had some items that are medieval-ish, and then just a few other items thrown in just to fill the box so that, you know, the people think that they're getting what it's worth, what you paid for it. So, granted, there aren't as many products in here as I'm used to in a different subscription box, but I'm very happy with the ones that are in here because, like I said, they do seem to be very high quality. Like, there's way more product, like on these washi tape rolls, than I'm used to getting. So overall, my impression of this box is very, very good value for the money. I think for the most part, on the website, it's advertised as like $29, $30 US for the box monthly. I don't remember off the top of my head if there is a discount for ordering more boxes. Like I said, I do the one that is 3 months at a time. So, but I think, you know, for the most part, I like this one. What I'm really looking forward to, like I'm doing this one for the year, and it's 1 month. Or sorry, it's 3 months at a time, and I'm doing it for the year. On their website, they have another option. There is another vintage surprise treasure craft box that they have, and if I remember correctly, it comes out once every 2 months, and it's about, I think it's about $99. I think it's about $100 for that box. But the amount of items in that box looks incredible. I don't know if it's really worth it. I haven't really looked at a lot of unboxes. I've only looked at the unboxing videos for that. I have looked at their website and seen the pictures. So they, you know, the creator of the Cora Crea boxes, she does have a she has a YouTube video previewing, you know, what's in some of these boxes, and you're getting wax seals and wax stamps. You're getting molds, and you're getting more stamps, more ephemera, more paper, really high quality goods. So I'm thinking I might invest in that next year. I'm really interested to see what would be in one of those boxes to actually get it. So that will, I'll be debating about that, you know, come December. I want to see if, you know, if I want to continue this subscription, which is a monthly box, because I honestly don't get the box till usually about the last week of the month. So if it's, you know, for January, I'm getting it the very last week. I know they don't ship out till probably the second week of the month, but me being in Canada there, and with postage, and, you know, everyone knows delivery and is not the best anymore. So there's always a major delay when it comes to these things getting to my door, which is fine. It's to be expected. I'm kind of used to it now, so I don't get too flummoxed over, you know, something not showing up till the end of the month when it's supposed to be for that month. It's better than, you know, not showing up at all, which is what has happened when I've shipped a couple of packages overseas. So not happy about that. So anyways, this is the Cora Crea box. This was for January 2022. I really enjoyed this box. I like the products in it. I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. And right now I'm going to stop the recording, and I am going to make sure that I put the links in the YouTube channel in the description area of the YouTube videos. So you'll see those probably next week when I post the videos. So if there's anything that you have that you want to see, or, you know, that you want to look at, if you want more detail on something, leave me a comment on the YouTube channel, and I will answer you there. Otherwise, check out Cora Crea Crafts. If you've liked this box, by all means, check out her website. It's worthwhile. So with that, I'm going to stop the recording, and I am going to get the February box ready to unbox. Thank you for joining me. This has been fun. My first Twitch stream. First ever. Okay, so lots more to come.